Hey everyone. So I got a question about being able to log into Google and also being able to access Google Classroom. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys a few different ways that you can do that. And so let's go ahead and get started. As you can see right here, I have up on my screen Google Chrome. And if you don't have Google Chrome downloaded on your computer, I highly recommend it. You can just go to you know what? I honestly don't know the website, so I'm just going to type in Google Chrome. And then right here, Google Chrome, download Chrome today. So you can click on this. And then if you have a PC, it'll say download Chrome for PC. I have a Mac, so it would do it that way. But anyway, so you click this button and that's how you can download Google Chrome if you don't already have it. If you're not able to download it, it's not the end of the world, but I will tell you that it does make life a lot easier when, because your students are used to using Google Chrome. That's what we use in the classroom. But let me go ahead and show you how to log in. So when you first open Google Chrome, you'll see the page that I was on before, which is this one right here. The other one you might see is just google.com. So let me show you on here. If you want to click right here, already a Chrome user, and sign in. So click on that. And then it'll take you to this screen right here. And then you're going to want to enter your student's email. So it's going to be their first name underscore last name at pbbusd.k12.ca.us. I know it's like the world's longest domain name, but it is what it is. So that's how your students are going to log in. So for example, if I had a student named Johnny George, that's how it would show up. Johnny George at pbbusd.k12.ca.us. My login is a little bit differently, is a little bit different. So let me go ahead and log in with mine. And then on here, when you get to this screen, link your Chrome data to this account. You're going to want to click the button that says link data. Turn on sync. Yes, I'm in, so click that. And you can set Chrome as your default browser if you want. What that means is if you open up any other like applications, it'll automatically open up in Chrome instead of, like, for example, for me, it would be Safari down here. So I don't know what you guys would use on like a PC, but yeah, if you want Chrome to be your default browser, you can do that. Otherwise, just click skip. And then I have like some different extensions that pop up every single time I log into a new spot. Okay, so this is the other screen. So if you just erase everything that I just said, you can log in this way by just going to google.com, which if I click enter, it would take you to the screen right here. So what you want to do is you would probably, I think what shows up is just a blank person right here, just a silhouette of a person, and you would click on that, and then there should be a button that says like sign in, and you can sign in that way as well. So once you get to this point, your students over here will have this C. If you logged in with your student's account it will have this C button. And this C button right here is, it's called Clever. So you're gonna wanna have them click on that. And then the very first time that you do it, you're gonna have to search for your school. So it would be Tevis. And then click login with Google, and you don't have to do anything. It'll log it in automatically because you logged into Chrome, it'll log you in automatically. So that's one of the things I'm saying is, like, if you use Google Chrome, it does make your life easier. You don't have to log in to different things a bajillion times. And that's what I like about Clever is once you get here, you have access to all these different materials that the district provides. Some of them aren't available for everybody, but you can kind of explore and see what there is. On your student's side, it should have right here where it says Mr. Hemingway's class with this little squirrel or owl or whatever he is. So if you click on that, these are the specific resources that I have my students use like on a daily basis. So in this case, you can have them go to Google Classroom, and that should pop up. And then I've showed this in a previous video, but I'll go ahead and go through it again. So your student may just have my class on here. They might have their elective class on here. And then if they're in a different class for reading, they'll probably also have that teacher's information on there as well. But to access my assignments right here, we have Hemingway 2019, 2020. And so that's where they're gonna wanna go. And then the most important thing right here is to click classwork at the top. And I tried to make this as easy as possible. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and move this up to the top. So assignments, this is what I want everyone to be working on. Notice right here, chapter 3, activity 1. And then if you go down a little bit, it says chapter book. Here is the chapter 3 book. On your end, you'll only see one book because there are different levels for different reading abilities. But all the assignments will be the same except the quizzes. The one quiz is a little bit more advanced and one's a little bit easier. So it's assigned appropriately for each student's ability level. So yeah, you'll only see one of these on your end. But let me just show you right here. If we go to chapter 3, activity 1, I have 2 that have turned it in. I've graded 1 of them. So that means that ultimately I have a total of 3 that have turned it in. I'm not gonna show you who did it, but if I click right here, give it a second. This is what the assignment looks like. Go away, Grammarly. Okay, and I filled in the first one with an example. So basically, we do this all the time in class, so many of your students should know what to do, but just in case they forgot, because I know it's been a minute, you look at each picture and fill out the table below, write about what you think the picture is showing, and also write about what you think it has to do with the overall story. So granted, I know that we have been talking about light waves and sound waves and different things like that, and I know that it's been, geez, like what, week and a half, 2 weeks now since your students have actually read the, chapter 1 and chapter 2. So they are more than welcome, if you would like to help guide your student in this, to go down here to the chapter book, and click on it, and then open it, and then give it a second because it's a little bit bigger of a file. Okay, and then here is chapter 3 and the entire thing. So they can use this book to answer the questions on here. And I mean, really, there's really no wrong answers. That's kind of the beauty of it. So, you know, the keyword here, what do you think it has to do with the story? So, and then what the picture one, like I literally just want them to write what they see in the picture. So, however they're interpreting it that way. And then, so once you're done with this, there's going to be a button over here that says turn in. You're going to want to click that button that says turn in, and then another box will pop up that says, are you sure you want to turn it in? And then click yes, or turn in again, or confirm, or I'm not entirely sure what it says, but that's how you would turn in that one right there. And then let me, oops, I guess I can't. Let me just go back over here. And then the other assignment that I have up here right now is summarizing and main idea. So you're going to want to click right here, chapter 3, standards connection. And it's just this one page. And when you click in each box, it'll give you the option to type. But basically, hopefully this is pretty self-explanatory, but you want to write what the main idea of the chapter is about, what happened in the beginning, what happened then, what happened at the end of the chapter, what do you think is important to know about this chapter. So I kind of put these in already just to kind of give you a starting point. But there's really no wrong answers like on these ones, unless they're just like way out there in left field. But in the beginning, so you want to write about in the beginning what happened, then what's something else that happened in the chapter, and then what happened at the end of the chapter. So what I usually tell my students is, for in the beginning, read the first page and write about something that happens. At the end, go to the very last page in the chapter, read it, and then write about something that happened on that page. And then this one, then pick a page in between any of that that's, I mean, it's all going to be relevant, and then have them write about that. So the main idea and what's important to know, that's a little bit more challenging. So that's why on this one, I went ahead and I filled this in just to kind of give you an example on here. And then on this one, there's not going to be a button that says turn in. So when you go back, so you have to go back to Google Classroom. And there should be, I think if you click on view assignment on my end, it's going to be different. But there will be a button, a blue button that says mark as done. So you're going to want to click that, and then ultimately that's what turns it in. And then the quiz, that one's probably the easiest of all. So please complete the quiz after doing assignments 1 and 2. So this would be 1, this would be 2. So you would just click here. And again, you're welcome to use the chapter book on this. And this is the more advanced quiz, but you would just go through here, answer the questions, and then at the bottom, click submit. And then on that one, you're done. Yeah, because it says turned in. I'll have to double check. There might be a button that says mark is done on this one. But if not, don't worry about it. I think if you just click submit, it should be good on that end. And then also, I've included some articles. I sent everyone a schedule of like what our typical school day looks like. I sent it on Parent Square, and I also posted it on our Facebook group. And then here's 2 articles that you can read with your students. So like, let's go to this week's article and read about the 2020 census. If you could print these out, it's even better. But if not, you can just kind of have your students practice reading through these. And this is a pretty big document, so give me a second. So after they read through all this, you can, come on. If you want to get really fancy with your work, you can, I know that getting to the grocery store is kind of a pain in the rear right now, but you can, you know, cook the recipe with your students to work on those life skills. You can also do, here's some knock knock jokes. They're pretty terrible, but the kids love them. So um, again, that also works on social skills. Another joke page. Oh my gosh, 789. I remember doing that when I was a kid. And then we usually do this game page, and what I have the students do is come up to the board and point to one. So basically, like, what did we talk about in the article? And so they'll come up and point to one. In this case, since you're at home, they can point to all the things that, or they can just say the words that have to do with what the article was about. If you're not able to print this, if you are able to print this, you can have your students circle everything that we talked about. And then here is like a little comprehension page about it, about the newspaper article as well. So, and then there's additional activities, but like really you're not going to be able to do this crossword puzzle unless you print it out. And then we haven't ever really, we've done the Sudoku page like a couple times, but that's pretty hard for most of my students. And then you can also use this think page to work on writing as well. So there are definitely a plethora of different resources. Here's the stuff that you would print out for the Sudoku page. There's definitely a plethora of different activities and resources available in each one of these articles. But yeah, hopefully this helps. These articles, I'm not like requiring you to do, but it is something that we do on the daily in my classroom on a normal day when we're in school and everything. So I did want to put it up there in case you wanted to have your students do that. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, let me know. I did have one parent ask me for their student's lunch number. They didn't know it. So I'm more than happy to send that information through Parent Square. I'm going to be sending it through a private message, given that it is just kind of like confidential information. So I will do that. And then, like I said, if you guys have any other questions, just let me know. I hope that this was helpful. And yeah, I will be talking with you all soon. Thanks so much and have a great day.